Hi, my name's Steve Schlichtenmeyer.
Yes. And how long have you been getting lessons with Unlock Your Voice?
I've been getting lessons for 4 years now with Unlock.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing. And so what event kind of triggered you to look at singing lessons?
I was working overseas in the United Kingdom, and I'd gotten back into guitar lessons, and I knew that I wanted to both sing and play the guitar. And I thought, well, if I'm getting guitar lessons, I should get voice lessons as well. I should do it properly. So, when I got back to Australia, I searched around and I found Unlock Your Voice.
Wow, wonderful. And what do you think has been the biggest benefit of getting singing lessons?
Uh, the biggest benefit, well, I've been able to reach my goal. I think when I started out, we were mostly doing karaoke to songs, and just keeping with the lessons and the consistency, I was able to then start singing and playing, with the guitar, which has just been amazing.
Wow, that's amazing. And so, had you done any kind of singing training before, or did you sing much?
I mean, I knew that I like to sing. I mean, I'm one who sings, but I just thought, gosh, I'd like to do that better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to do that better.
And so you didn't like the way it sounded before?
No, no. Well, I mean, I thought I was pretty good, but now listening back, I could tell that I had a lot of growth, a lot of growth.
Oh, yes.
No, I just I saw a little. It was like a TikTok or a YouTube short of Ed Sheeran, and Ed
Mm.
Sheeran played like this before and after.
When people say artists are born with talent, you're not. You have to really learn and really practice. This is me playing guitar and singing. I'm going to put it in. I'm addicted
Oh, and he was a little bit, and then when he played it, I thought, oh, that cannot be Ed Sheeran. It just did not. And now, obviously he's, one of the most renowned artists in the world. So it's everyone can learn basically.
Yeah, I love that clip because he kind of says, just because it starts crappy doesn't mean it has to end there. You've got to practice. And I think so many people just think, oh, they've got it or they haven't. They don't realize it really does take work and commitment.
For sure.
Yeah, that's so good. And so, what's your kind of like, how have you felt with the progress of your voice? Are you like surprised at how far it's come?
Yeah, I mean, just today I hadn't really realized how, Felipe does remind me. He says this is a note, that you used to really struggle with, and I have a hard time believing it. But sometimes when I listen back, then I can believe it. And certainly the journey's had ups and downs. It's not like every lesson do I feel like I'm, smashing it out. But then 2 or 3 months goes by, and you think, wow, I'm. It's just a slow process where you continue to grow. It's pretty awesome.
Amazing. So, have your friends and family noticed any difference?
Yeah, yeah. My mom's a big Elvis fan, so I've been working on "Can't Help Falling in Love," and I mean, I know I'm not singing it like Elvis, but she seems pretty happy with my singing and playing of the song.
So, if you hadn't have got lessons, where do you think you would be up to kind of with your singing now?
I think, well, my guitar would have come a long way, but I think my voice would still be kind of in the same spot, and I think I'd be, I don't not frustrated, but I think I would have thought, why didn't I start this at the same time, because yeah, I would be unhappy that I hadn't pulled the trigger to start voice lessons.
Yeah, I actually find a lot of people say they wish they had started years ago because once you've got those keys, yeah, it just improves quality of life. And
For sure. I mean, it's so much more fun to sing now, for sure. And yeah, it's easy to get sort of caught up in work and a few things, but no time like the present to start, for sure.
yeah, you've been doing lessons for about 4 years online. Can you just kind of speak a bit about how that having the option of online lessons, how that's helped you learning?
Yeah, it's the online option's been amazing. Like, it's made me. I mean, there's times with in person, um, attendance or learning, where I was really finding it hard to get away from work and a variety of different things. But with online, I can do it from home. I've got my guitar. It's just made it so much more feasible for me to make, so many more lessons and to keep going for the 4 years that I've been going.
Yeah, wow. And I think that was the thing I was saying before, that with muscle training, like consistency is everything. If you're just doing bits here and there, you just don't progress as well. And I think you mentioned that you did lessons during lockdown as well.
Yeah, that was yeah, it was one of the highlights of the week. Sitting down with Felipe, going through the lesson, getting my recording. Pretty much every sort of car trip to take the kids to and from school, I'm playing my recording, and my youngest is now he's singing the songs that I practice in the car. It's crazy to see.
Wow, that's so
So
funny.
so awesome. He's five, and he'll be singing
Wow.
Hallelujah and Can't Help Falling in Love and a variety of songs. It is
Wow.
so to see your kids sort of have that kind of love for music that you've found a bit later in life is pretty awesome too.
Yeah, it is so nice to kind of know they're going to have those tools coming through.
Yeah, and that's part. I think that was part of the motivating factors. Is like I really want my kids to appreciate and have an appreciation for music the same as me.
Oh, that's so lovely. Yeah. So, what would you say to anyone thinking about getting singing lessons?
For anyone thinking about getting singing lessons, don't wait. Just start today. You just it's such a great journey, and you won't regret it. Just be
Oh,
patient. It's not going to happen sort of overnight. You've got to be in it for the long haul. And
mm,
it's like this whole playing. It's another instrument basically, and they talk about the 10,000 hours it takes to become sort of an expert in guitar or voice, and you just you have to stick with it, I
mm.
think.
And how have you found just now being able to play and sing, like accompany yourself and be able to sing confidently? Have you found that's just made a big difference?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's excellent.
Oh, I love that. Felipe was texting me going, he got like this high D something today. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, well, Steve. So normally Steve would hit because his range is a little bit lower. So he's a baritone.
Mm,
So he's developing his low end. So he's probably baritone or tenor. We're still to discover
right.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
But his top note was A3 here, right? That's where the chest voice ends. That's where
Yeah,
he's got
yeah.
the bridge onto the head voice. So and that's as high as he could go. And then he had no head voice at all. So every time he would try
Wowzers.
to sing on the head voice, he would disappear. Yeah.
Wow. Yep, that's
Today,
full chest. Yeah.
exactly, full pull chest. Now, but today, after after some time with lessons, he is able to hit almost a fifth above. So that's this much more.
D sharp 5. I didn't hear that
So
if you press the
that's
keyboard.
that's D sharp 4.
Oh,
D sharp.
wow. Really exciting for us, Steve, when people actually stick it out to see the results, because so many people come in for a few months, get a few little breakthroughs, but when people are committed to the process, it's so rewarding as teachers. Probably only
Yeah,
5 to 10% of people would actually stick out the process. So we get some quick wins, and so it's nice when people understand the journey.
and occasionally I listen back to sort of 2019, and I think, wow, what what a change.
Oh,
Yeah.
We normally start the lesson by doing some breathing exercises.
yeah.
So we do 3 or 4 of those.
Mhm.
We've been really focusing on breathing with Steve, so he can have a good foundation. And then after that, we just jump on a few warm-ups and focus on an area of his voice that is strengthening. And then we just jump on the songs. And then when we're doing the songs, if he's struggling with certain parts of a song, we kind of like use the skills that have been working well, so he can unlock
Mm.
areas that are tricky.
Yeah,
And
that's great.
over time, he's been able to achieve areas of songs that were super tricky for him. So
Wow, amazing.
it's been it's been a good journey with Steve. He's been super consistent, and he's been showing up to the lessons even through COVID. And I think that makes a huge difference. I was telling him today, like going back to hitting that D4 in his range, it's pretty much equivalent to me as a tenor hitting A4.
Yes, of course.
Which would be that note, you know, where for example, a guy like Sam Smith sings when in that song.
In that area.
Stay with me.
Yeah.
You know, stay with me. That note is the equivalent of a range of a tenor. What he hit today.
Wow, amazing.
So that's tricky stuff. Yeah, I was explaining to him.
Incredible.
It's not about comparing to each other, but it's about every person running their own race.
Yeah.
And so I think he's doing amazing. All right, beautiful. So let's jump on Goose here. Let's do a descending arpeggio. Good. So off just from the get-go, that was the highest note he could sing before.
Wow.
And that's where I sent him straight today.
Yeah.
That was the top of his range,
Wow.
you know, 3 years ago. And he would actually struggle a lot with that note. So, you know, off the get-go, he just hit that one. So we normally start here. Show me that, bro. Good.
Nice.
Nice. Good job. There we go. Nice. Now we're gonna sustain that. Good job. That's good. And we can use our head voice now.
It's tough. That's
good.
Yeah, good.
There we go. Good. And now we're back to that A3 that you couldn't sing before.
Amazing.
So that's really, really amazing.
Yeah. Felipe, anything else you want to say before you head off?
No, I think like I mentioned before, just staying consistent to something like singing lessons.
Yeah.
Really, you can really reap the benefits after some time.
Yeah.
It's like any other instrument, you know, like you would not expect to be a great guitar player after 3 months of lessons, right? After a week of lessons.
Yeah.
It takes time. It takes a little bit of time, and so the voice is no different. The voice is another instrument, which is actually wonderful because it's almost limitless. You can you know, imitate thousands of different sounds and developing your range and all that. It takes a bit of time, but it's a fun journey. I love to see every student just do their own journey and kind of like break through things and being excited about it. Also, the struggle of some lessons being a bit more difficult as well, but going through them and looking back and saying, man, that used to be extremely hard for me. Now it's my everyday.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would just say that. And Steve, thank you for sticking around, bro.
Yeah.
Killing it. So proud of you. We're also proud of you, man.
Thanks for sticking with me, man. I appreciate you sticking with me.